All right, so today we're going to do something interesting. We're going to take one specific piece of business news, this thing about Rocket offering buyouts, and use it to zoom out and see this huge shift that's happening across the entire real estate industry. So let's get right into it. The whole story really kicks off with this phrase, a career transition plan. I mean, come on, that's some serious corporate jargon, right? Whenever you hear language that sounds so manufactured, you just know there's more going on underneath. So what is it? What does that actually mean? Let's break it down. Okay, so first things first, let's just decode the news itself. What is actually going on over at Rocket? So if you strip away all that corporate speak, it's actually pretty simple. Rocket is offering some of its employees a deal to leave the company on their own terms. It's not exactly a layoff in the classic sense, but yeah, the end goal is pretty much the same, to shrink the workforce. And here is the official reason why they're doing it. A spokesperson came out and said they found overlapping responsibilities and needed increased efficiency. Now, I want you to hang on to those words, overlapping and integration, because they are absolutely key to understanding everything else we're going to talk about. All right, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what a buyout actually is. With a layoff, the company basically points at you and says, you're out. But a buyout, that's different. It's an offer. The company says, hey, if you'd like to resign, here's a package for you. The key thing here, it's the employee's call. So what's in it for the employee? What makes this offer tempting? Well, to sweeten the deal, the package has some pretty solid stuff. We're talking severance pay that's based on how long you've been with the company. You can get health benefits for up to a whole year, and they'll even give you support to help you find your next gig. It's a softer landing, for sure. Okay, so that covers the what, but the real question is, why now? What's the timing all about? To get that, we've got to rewind a little bit and look at this whole integration story. This timeline, this is where it all starts to click. See, it really kicks off last July. Rocket finalizes its deal to buy Redfin, and almost right away, there was some job cuts. Ever since then, they've been in the thick of it, trying to merge everything, Rocket, Redfin, and another player, Mr. Cooper, into one big machine. And these buyouts, they're just the latest piece of that puzzle. And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the challenge. Think about it. Before, you had all these separate companies, each with its own teams, its own culture, its own way of doing things. Now, they're trying to smash it all together into one single platform. And what happens when you do that? Well, you get overlap. You suddenly have 2, maybe 3 people whose jobs are basically the same. And that is the efficiency problem they're trying to solve. Okay, so now it's time to pull the camera back, because this whole thing, it might seem like it's just a story about Rocket. But it's not. Not at all. What's happening there is a perfect example of a huge wave that's washing over the entire industry. The main point here is simple, but it is huge. The real estate world is consolidating. The big fish are eating the smaller fish. And that means the field of major players is getting smaller and smaller. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. You can see the proof everywhere. You've got the Rocket and Redfin deal we've been talking about. Then there's Compass buying up parts of Anywhere real estate. And yep, roles got cut there too. All over the place, brokerages and mortgage firms are restructuring to trim the fat, usually right after they join forces with someone else. It is a definite, powerful trend. So that brings us to the big question, right? What does all this add up to? And more importantly, why should any of this corporate musical chairs matter to you? Well, the reason they say they're doing all this is to create a stronger, more connected homeownership platform. In plain English, they want to take the incredibly complicated, often frustrating process of buying a home and make it way simpler. Streamline the whole thing. So what does that actually look like for you if you're trying to buy a house? Imagine this. You could search for a home, get your loan, and close the deal, all inside one company's world. One app, one point of contact, one hopefully seamless experience. That's the endgame. That's the holy grail they're all racing to build. And that leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. As the industry shrinks and a few massive companies start to own the entire journey of buying a home, from the first click to the final signature, we have to ask, who really wins in the end? Is it the companies building these huge ecosystems, or is it you, the consumer? Definitely something to think about.